Welcome back to Let's Talk About It with your girl Steph. I'm your host, and my co-host on here tonight is Dominique, and we have Carrie Williams. How you guys doing tonight?
Good, good.
What's up?
Welcome, Carrie.
Awesome. Well, we did have some talking points to talk about tonight, but we got some breaking news. Donald Trump has been indicted. Looks like
Yeah,
they
it's all
finally
over the
got him.
news right now.
So let's talk about it. How do you feel about Mr. Trump going getting indicted?
It is what it is. He did the time. Now he did the crime. He gotta do the time.
Exactly, exactly. I wonder who else is going to be going, um, getting indicted along with him tonight.
Now that's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, he is not going by
I know he
himself.
gonna be singing like a songbird.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was interesting to see that. Hey, Donald Trump has been indicted. It's all over the news. It's all over social media. A lot of people are rejoicing, and believe it or not, we got people that's actually not happy with that he's getting indicted. They're like saying a lot of things out there in the media world, like why they keep picking on him and wondering why Biden's son is not going to jail. Is Hunter going to jail, and why is Hillary walking around? I'm like, what did Hillary do now?
I was
So
just
it's
about to
interesting.
ask, what did she do?
I don't know. She was just born to be a fiend fest. I have no idea. Crazy. It is crazy. We do still have a show. I just want to make sure we talk about this Donald Trump indictment. We can back with it later. So we got all kinds of things happening, and this is just Thursday. Goodness,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So we can recap about Escape, Tamika, and her sister. I mean, we might as well not even call it Escape anymore because Tamika and her sister and the third wheel, her husband, boy, they doing some serious
Uh-huh.
damage control and damaging going on all week long since the last time we talked about this. It's getting crazier and crazier by the minute.
Oh no.
Yeah, definitely got to hit on that subject. And then we talk about child childhood trauma, and we had another
Yes.
shooting, and I guess we better say the S word. We had
Yes.
another incident that happened at one of the private schools this time. So we definitely got some things that we can talk about tonight. And I don't know, it's getting wild out here. We're definitely in another time zone. Looks like. So welcome aboard, Dominique. How's your week going so far?
It's good. A lot of productive things and new things have happened. Um, Elevation wise, I'm taking on a new role. Um, it's pretty cool. While training, getting a new person trained. This is, I don't know. I am still like wrapping my head around this change. So it just happened a
Okay.
few days ago, and yeah. But the week is good. Am I ready for Friday? Yes. But it's good things happened this week, so I had no complaints. Just all praise.
Okay. Sounds good. So you had a great weekend and good week come you going through? That sounds awesome.
Yep.
Miss Carrie, nice for you to join us. Our other host is not on tonight. She's at the casino living it up.
I wish.
How's your
Um,
week going?
it's going pretty good. I have fun getting on your nerves, and you know,
Hey,
every day
it is what it is, right?
that you in that office.
Oh, doing the hair tonight. That's awesome.
I
Well,
do.
thanks for popping in the show tonight. Well, I can tell y'all, this has been one of those long weeks. Not not too much exciting stuff going on. Of course, we did the celebration of birthdays. This is the end of celebration of birthdays into June. So uh, I'm exhausted. I'm tired of eating cake. I know. Y'all can't believe it. I'm tired of eating cake. It's been a cake kind of a month this month, so I can chill a little bit from eating cake this month. Um, Work is work. It's always something different and always somebody doing something crazy. But it is what it is.
You ain't bring me no cake.
I know
I
you're not talking
second
about me.
that. I haven't had cake all month.
Not y'all gonna get on me
Birthday
about the
month.
cake.
Yeah.
Especially that St.
Yeah, she's
Patrick's
just
cake.
full of cake. Nobody else had cake all month.
Oh, sorry. Let me see. I had a dream that I was eating cake all month. How's that?
Womp womp. No, not gonna work.
But it's okay. I'll just strive for the cookies.
And if you don't start with that no bake cookies, let me tell y'all, this young lady wants me to make this non-baked cookies, and I just don't have time to go make them non-baked cookies because it feels like it's gonna be a lot of work to it. But she's been asking since I came over
Last
to the
year.
same place, so we're gonna see how that go. Eventually, I might make it, but somebody else might get mad because I didn't make them make chocolate chip cookies. So hey,
It's okay. They don't matter.
oh, they don't matter. Okay, you hear that, Dominique?
We can
Can I
split
get
it.
a cookie? I'm a
Huh?
little hey. I didn't get cake or a cookie. A
Me
none bake,
neither.
a bake.
Me
Just
neither.
saying.
Me neither.
What did I miss? Okay, guys. We're here every Thursday. I don't get a cookie or a cake.
Me
Talk about
neither.
it, Steph.
Oh,
Talk
my
about
bad.
please.
You know what? One of these throwback Thursdays, we're gonna have to do a cake thing. I'm gonna have to come. We're gonna have to do a live one where we're all at, and I'll have your cake. How about that?
That worked for me. Eating is eating.
Okay. So I'm gonna hold. Y'all can hold me to it. I'll have a live show at a destination, and we'll go ahead. I'll have your cake and your cookies. That'll work.
Mm-hmm. Sure will.
Okay. We're not gonna. I'm not gonna back out of this one since I actually got. All right, y'all. So let's get ready. Y'all ready to let's talk about it?
Let's do it.
All righty then. Okay. Well, our first topic, we can be short and quick with this one. Donald Trump finally is getting indicted. A lot of people were upset about it, and it took him
Is
this
this
long to
our
get
very
him.
first
So
one?
hey, of him getting indicted.
No, like is this the very like the far as yeah, someone getting indicted here. Is he the first?
His lawyer was indicted a couple of years back, but now it's like it's getting real to he's finally getting indicted to where he might wind up going to jail. But I kind of doubt it.
Okay.
But he's definitely if they get that paper on him and stuff, he will not be qualified to run for president for 2024. So I don't have anything to
Well,
say about it.
Them folks might
You
as well
know,
pack their
yeah.
skills up.
at the end of the day, when you do the crime, you got to pay the time. And he know what he did was wrong. So, hey, anybody else did it, they would have been thrown up on the bus and buried in a jail somewhere. You got to do what you serve your time. We do. Just saying. So now, y'all, let's go over to Xscape. Have y'all been keeping up with this?
They too old for me.
Okay, so what's going on? Like, I'm kind of lost on. Did they? So I'm still trying to figure out how they got the money, how they got access to her information, like her sister and the
Okay,
husband.
this is what court did. According to her husband, he
Okay.
said that the royalty company sent over Tamika's check to their house and her check over to her house, which Tamika, the sister, is saying that did not happen, that there was a signature on the back of her check that was sent to his house and he deposited it to his account. So they're in denial of getting her royalty check, and then the husband is saying no, that didn't happen. You guys are wrong about that, and so it's a big old thing. So now the sister Tasha, she's sitting up here saying that hey, you need to quit talking about it. She's telling her sister, hey, stop talking about this, or else I'ma release the video. So there's an XEX video out there about Tamika.
Mm-hmm.
Who she was with, I don't know. But I'm definitely gonna dig into this and find out the detail on this. So this is getting pretty interesting. It seems like in a minute it's gonna turn into one of them lifetime shows in a second with these two.
I
So that
really feel for them because some stuff, even though I know we quick to lash out, but this is personal. Like I know they brought it to TV. Um, I don't know if it was for a storyline or not, but just some stuff, like, cause this is getting deep. Like it's getting like
yeah.
I said, I saw skits of it and like a few things on Instagram, but I'm just like, ooh, I don't know. I don't like family mess. Like, I want to look at people in a different light. Like, we all have family stuff, but like, this is big. Like, where it goes from you're stealing my money to now you want to post a personal video of me. You're my sister. Like, when does the gloves come off?
I don't think there's any gloves coming off at all. Not anytime soon. I don't think it is anytime soon.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really feeling
And
this
the
family drama.
Yeah, and the mom, she's not helping the situation. She's basically on the older sister's side on this. So I don't know. We're gonna see how this gonna turn out. I don't think it's gonna turn out too well because it's getting kind of messy. And when it comes down to money, people are not playing when it comes down to their money. If you owe
Mm-hmm.
her, her check. That's what I said last week, and I'm gonna stick to it. Run her check. Let's move on. Give her check.
Yeah, that, that's it. Like, y'all know y'all got the girl money. Just give it back.
Right. And for her, Tamika, she's basically, she said she keeps saying that she loves her sister, she's done with her and everything, but at the end of the day, she don't want to say too much or do too much because she knows that, hey, that's federal when you tampering with somebody's mail, and then you went and cashed her check. That's fraudulent activity. So, she don't want her sister going to jail, and they don't tell them what else will wind up happening. And the brother-in-law's probably wind up going to jail too because it's his account. So we have no idea what's going to turn, but it looks like this is definitely going to be another one of them lifetime events that's going to be happening, playing out live for us all to see. And I'm with you. Some things should remain private.
Yeah, because like look at what you just said. It's fraudulent and it doesn't do anything but raises flags. And you guys brought that heat to they brought it to themselves.
They really did. They
This
really did.
I don't know. I wouldn't agree with the cast or whatever or who producers on like putting this out there. Like that's yeah. It's already enough going on and then you may like you said, the family couldn't end up going to jail or anything.
Exactly. So I'm with you. I'm like, where does it end? What's your end game? What do you want?
Yeah, I'm good for it. A good sitcom and some good live TV, but this is deep. It's
Yeah,
unsettling
it's
and then it's hard to like okay, I understand like engaging with your audience and things like that. Like yeah, we go through real personal issues, but it takes away from what people want the most or enjoy the most is their music. This
hmm
no. No.
right. She even talked about Tasha was talking about her going solo, she going solo and making a gospel album. And I've heard the song, and I'm like, I was listening to it. I'm like, man, it sounds good, but I'm like, who you singing to? What is this really about? I'm like, I kind of
Mm,
like feeling it. I mean, it's a good song and everything like that, but I wouldn't feeling it coming from her, especially knowing that, hey,
okay.
he allegedly did something towards her sister when it came to money. So I'm sitting up here like, I don't know about you, girl. You looking kind of, I don't know. You praising God and serving the devil at the same time. I don't know. It's all over. So we'll see. The truth is
Yeah,
in the
pick a
pudding, and it's
side.
right, right. Pick a side. Pick a side. I'm like here. If you did something, go ahead on take care of that. You took if you took money from your sister, give your sister back her money so this can be squashed.
Yeah, yeah. That part.
Yeah, and I'm like, and then speaking on top of Xscape, Candy and Tamar, oh my goodness, it's getting wild with those two as well. First they was friends, now they not friends. Then Tamar getting on her IG, on Candy's IG, saying all kind of crazy stuff. And I'm like, when does this end? I think y'all need to stop just be friends. Don't ever make up with her, Candy. Don't make up with her. Keep it moving. She's causing problems and that's gonna hurt your pockets at the end of the day. Tamar got on there and said, Candy, you can't see.
Oh wow.
Sure did.
Oh, whoa. I missed that one.
On the shade room.
Oh
I
yeah,
missed that.
night. Get somebody then go to Bible study.
I wonder
It
what
was
make
definitely
that come about.
because Candy. Here's the thing: Candy got into it with one of the people that came on her comments on her IG, and she commented on it. So Tamar decided she wanted to jump in, where she should have just stayed out of it. She jumped in, and it got kind of pretty ugly. Candy was basically trying to defend her husband, saying that her husband wasn't trying to bully Tamar, and he said, "You know what it's about." Basically, telling Candy, "Hey, come on, let's go. You know what this about." She's trying to, she's trying to make a name for herself, even though she already has a name, but she's trying to do that come up. You know what this about. So I get it. If Todd did say that, you know what, I get it because I probably would say, you know what this about. Dominic, we be having these conversations like, you know what that is.
Yeah, yeah. But Tamar's good, so I don't even know why. Like, what are you doing? Just make some music.
I don't think she's happy in her life and she has to find somebody to fight with. Unfortunately, the sister that she always used to fight with is no longer with us, and I'm like, she's trying to find some kind of way to whatever's going on with her, pick a fight with somebody to make her feel better. I don't know. I think she needs to go back to counseling. That's just my opinion.
Because if she need to, like, that's toxic, very. Like, yeah, just go back to counseling because this is not the move. Like, she's better than this.
Exactly. I think so too. And she has an amazing voice. I like this. She can, between her and Candy, Tamar can sing the roof off of a church. She's really good, you know, but her
Yeah.
attitude is just makes her look bad. So she might want to back off and, like you said, stick to music.
Yeah, the music is the way to go for her. And whatever she battling, I hope that she works through it. But all that, they're so grown. Like, when you're at a certain age, you have to learn just silence, just be quiet.
Right.
Like, silence is golden at times. Just be quiet. That's it.
I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. Sometimes you got to know when to just be quiet and sing. All right. We're going to move past that and let's move on to the next topic. The big one. We're recapping from last week about childhood trauma. And man, last week, and this week, we're dealing with a lot of different trauma going on all over the place. We had this last mass shooting at a school where the person went in there and shot the door up, I guess, to get inside the school and took out some people. It's really getting bad. It's like every week we're having a mass shooting somewhere. And my question is, when are we going to start doing accountability and how do we stop it? We got to do more about this. We
We
can't keep train our kids to hide and barricade the desk. The kids are going to eventually want to not want to go to school.
and at this point, people parents are going like this is something as school comes to an end. As a parent with the kid in school, still, it's like now our battle is: do we let them go? Do we find a work life balance where we can teach them at home? Um, what is it? The K-12. Like, this is stuff with parents as well. Like, it's going through all of our mind because, like we stated last Thursday, is how do we protect our children and these teachers, because we want everybody the way they went in, we want them to come out and just get to the core of what the kids are going through. I know we have things for adults and counselors and therapists, and it's we like what's getting these kids' minds. Like, what's really going on with you guys? What is what's going on at home? What's not being said? What's going on online? Most of them are on games, have their phones and tablets and laptops. Like, look at your kids' socials. See if it's bullying going on, if it's um, you know, uh predators, messing with them. Like, talk to your kids. As parents starting at home, let's talk to our kids, get in their head, get in their minds, get in their phones, get in their laptops. Yes, everybody, we want, oh, their privacy, privacy. But at this point, with all these shootings, something is wrong.
Yeah, like
And we need to get to the core of it.
right. I agree with you. You know, with this last mass shooting, they tried to broadcast the one of the news anchors had the friend on there, and the person that did it was telling the friend, "Hey, this is the last time you're gonna see me." Basically, saying a suicide thing, but did not say that they was gonna go and go into the school, and wreak havoc up in there. And the news anchor had asked her, "Did you think you moved fast enough?" And I'm like, that's a crappy thing to say.
Yeah.
They were kind of like blaming her that like she didn't move fast enough, and I'm like, wow.
I mean, what was she supposed to do? Like, I mean, someone just gave you this, basically, like you said, S word. And like, what do everybody's not equipped for it, certain information they're given at certain times.
Right.
And they're young. So, if a friend of mine told me that at a young age, my mind is babbling. Do I tell my parents? Do I tell her parents? Do I, you it's a lot of things that go into it. Like, maybe they had this conversation before, and just like, okay, friend, like you said this before, but you know, like you didn't act the last time you said it. It's a lot of things. Like, you can't just think one way. You have to be open minded. And as a young person, I don't know what I would do if someone told me that, besides go to my parents and say, I think
Exactly.
something's wrong. Like, I want to take this serious, but I don't really know what to do with it.
Right. Now the assailant was what, 27, 28 years old and decided to go back to the school to do what they did. And it's like there's no talking to your parents at that point. That's one of those where you got to go call the police. But the assailant didn't say that they were going to go and do that to a bunch of people. So I'm assuming, and this is just my opinion, that the friend thought that this person was just going to go and off their self and not go and do something with other people, but some kind of way. At the end of the day, there got to be some kind of accountability, because this is beginning to be a every other day, once a week kind of deal. And it's like, this is what, March. We haven't even made it to May yet. The kids are still in school. And I'm like, I can't even imagine how the parents are feeling having their kids go to school. Know if they're going to be alive when they come home. They're supposed to come home. I would hate to be that parent to to get the call saying, "Hey, your school is on lockdown because this." What do you do? What can you do?
Mm-hmm. What's
Yeah,
left?
your hands are tied.
It really is. And Dominique, you like you said, you are a parent, and what conversations are you having with your daughter? Maybe you can share that with us, to maybe with our viewers out there. They might need to do the same thing with their kids.
Well, I keep an open dialogue with my daughter, and I watch all of her socials. And I just talk to her about bullying or troubles, things that she may not understand and don't know how to handle it. A situation with the conversation she may have had with a classmate, and or an adult that may have said something to her. So we just talk about it, and if she don't want to talk at that certain time, I teach her to write. So just okay, well, write it in your book, write down in your journal. The things that are going on in your mind. If since you
Mhm.
don't want to talk about it at the moment, and that's okay. But if you write it, I can look at it later. I have access to everything. So just write
Yeah.
out, your feelings, your thoughts, but express it in some way, shape, or form. So it's always to express yourself, however, whether it's on paper, whether it's verbally, but get it out. You don't have to hold anything in or anything back, and especially from your parents. Like I told her, every experience should be with us. Not all, but majority of the ones that you can have with your parents as growing up as a youth, have them. Talk to us. Tell us what you want to do, what you feel that isn't working, and what we can work on together to help you in the best way possible. So just keeping an open dialogue, explaining and expressing, the need, if there is a need for a weapon in the home or anything like that. The importance of those things, for family protection and stuff like that, not just having access to um, a weapon and it's to because someone made you upset. Like, no,
Right.
this is protection for the home, for the family. But if there's anything far as school wise and you feel like you need to go to this measure, no, we need to talk and
Right.
fast.
I hate to
So,
say this, it doesn't even start with the kids at the school. Sometimes you have people having issues even on their job. The military is having a lot of issues as well. And it's like, what do you say to your young daughter? And then sometimes your young son, what do you say?
yeah, that's that one is that knowing what to say and how to deliver your message. I think delivery is very important.
Right, right. I have three young adults, and I'm like you. I have always kept an open dialogue with them to where they know that they can basically tell me anything that they want to tell me. Some stuff I don't want to hear, but I prefer to feel comfortable to let me know what's going on in their life, you know, so that way I can give them good advice. And I really think that a lot of parents need to quit being their kids' friends and open up a just because you're opening up a dialogue with them doesn't mean that you have to be their best friend, because this is where you're mentoring your child into adulthood and how to handle things, because you don't want, as they say, the street to tell them what to do. You got to really be out there and listen to what they have to say, because a lot of the youngsters, they have a lot to say, and they going through a lot of stuff that we didn't have to go through. I know in my generation, we did not have to worry about that. I think my biggest concern was at school was her and them getting home to watch General Hospital and watch the Flintstones and stuff. They don't even do that anymore. Now they got, I don't even know what they have on anymore. Kids watching videos and stuff like that. They don't have anything to help develop the kids. So the kids are left on their own because a lot of us parents have to work. So the kids are babysitting themselves. Now, I did have to babysit myself, but I didn't have all that extra stuff to worry about going to school, being bullied and stuff like that, even though there were bullies there at the schools that I attended. But it's nothing to compare to having a bully and a bully with the internet. That's different because they can get something and blast you, and it's on the internet for life.
Yeah. Yeah, and that part right there, I think is a lot that a fewer kids, because I don't want to say all, but a few kids misinterpret that just because, and It's yes, it's unkind, it's hurtful, but you that does not mean your life ends with the blast of personal information.
Right.
Um and that's something too that's expressed with my daughter is like, well, somebody leak a photo or put out something, in a negative manner, it can be fixed. Yes, it's there. Just like everything else is going to blow over in a few days, in a week or two, but just know it will pass. It does not last long. And yeah, people may see you down the road and say, "Oh, you're such and such." Yep, that was me. You own those moments and you press forward because that would end things quicker than people know. Yeah, it
Right.
was. So you never done anything before. It just haven't been out there yet. Just give it a second.
Exactly. I can say this. I thank God every day that when I was growing up, there was no video, there was no cell phones. There was no Facebook, YouTube, and all that stuff. No offense to the social media guru, but I didn't have that, so I didn't have to worry about somebody telling my personal business, what we did, or what I was doing, or whatever the case may be, or if I had a conversation or a strong conversation with somebody, I didn't have to worry about that being blasted all over social media and getting back. The only thing, all my stuff was word of mouth. They'll go back and tell my dad, hey, we seen Stephanie do such, 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 and that was the end of it. People say whatever they're gonna say, and it was over with. Now that stuff is in cloud.
Yeah, and
So
it's okay though. I mean, because it also helps you from that point. Is okay, that's that lesson. Don't do it again, or if you do, the consequences and or the possibility or chances that this can happen.
exactly.
But they
I
have
told
to be
young,
taught to use those things as a lesson, as a learning lesson, not a end all be all.
yeah. And then too, we have to definitely tell our youth too that that you are beautiful, you are somebody, build that self-esteem up, you know. Um, I have a daughter and I tell her all the time, don't take pictures, don't send it to anybody, don't trust anybody with pictures like that. You know what I mean? Um, just because he said, oh, it's just gonna be between us and I'm gonna delete it. That's a lie. They always keep it and they wait to use it later. But you have to be a strong minded person to deal with the outcome of it too if they do leak it, because that stuff does happen. So I always tell young girls, and I've told my daughter, you get a boyfriend, don't send stuff to him, because at the end of the day, they're gonna use that against you later on, and it could mess up your career, your future. Don't do it. Don't do it. That's just my advice. You know, Miss
Yeah,
Carrie, what you have to say
agreed.
about this?
Listen, the real deal is better than the picture.
Huh?
The picture thing, just I just it's not my thing. It ain't cute.
Well, how do
Mm-mm.
you feel about the childhood trauma that's going on? With the mass shootings that's happening basically any and everywhere right about now. How do you feel about that?
They need therapy. Therapy. A hotline number. A journal to vent in. Something. Because we had an incident at Northwest. I'm gonna say my junior year, where we had a lockdown and the FBI came in and because a teacher got stabbed, and one of the guys had like a gun in their bag, and we were all on lockdown for like 3 hours. And then when we were
A
done, there was
teacher.
mm-hmm, the FBI was there. And then when we were done, they were like, "Oh, you got to go back to class," and we were like, "No, we're going home." We were on lockdown for 3 hours because they couldn't find the person. So at this
Oh
point,
my
it's like,
goodness.
go to therapy, go talk to somebody.
So did the school bring someone in to talk to y'all?
No, they gave us the day off the next day. And that was
Wow.
it. And we had
Oh,
to,
wow.
that was all. And we had to go back to school like nothing ever happened.
To y'all when y'all did come back to
It was a normal, they told us it's back to normal. Everything's fine. And that was that.
oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh
It was
wow.
back to
That's
community.
yeah.
Back to the
Oh
That's
my God.
sad.
community.
I'm sorry that, and I know that I had kids to go to that school, and it doesn't matter what school you in. It's the fact as a parent to hear your child, and I'm like, that had to be very difficult for you to have to even think about, hey, do I go to class and this person might be in the room with me and stab me or shoot, S me, or you just never know. That's hard.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you great sight because you just recently graduated not too long ago. So it's like it's still fresh to you. And I think that the school board needs to do a better job with the school safety and equip in, like, oh, we're going to have security at each one of these schools. They need to do a better job with um, security. They need to make sure that they have real counselors there that's going to be talking to these kids and stuff like that. And if they know that somebody's having trouble and these poor teachers keep complaining, saying, hey, you got Kevin over here. He's been acting really different than normal. They need to be checking into that. Let me send you to counseling and have a counselor to talk to you and see what's going on. You know,
Mm-hmm.
we need doing a better deep dive. The teachers, they're doing as much as they possibly can do, but when you have kids in there and they don't feel like they can talk to these teachers, that's a bad thing.
Yeah. They say they don't get paid enough to do all that.
And they wonder why so many teachers now that are leaving the profession. They don't feel safe either. They right there with you guys.
Yeah.
But like I said last week, I honestly feel like a lot of students bringing weapons to school. The accountability needs to be on the parent as well. I feel like when some of these parents start getting these charges and they start making them have to pay for what the kids do, then maybe parents will start taking more of a lead on what their student is doing because this can't keep going on. We can't some kind of way we gotta try to fix this some kind of way. We got to do a better
Mm-hmm.
job.
Yep. And not just for the money.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, we're gonna end this segment. I appreciate you, Carrie. Look like we done lost Dominique, but I appreciate you coming in with us and stuff. And we're gonna continue on talking about what's going on in our community, what's going on in our country. And thank you, everyone that participated and just watching us. Until next time, We'll see you later. Let's talk about it stuff. Y'all have a good night.
Bye, y'all.
Bye. Love the hair.
I know it's gonna be real cute tomorrow. Mhm. Up in the
I'm
office with
looking
you
forward.
at 7 a.m. 7:05.
Okay.
We pushing it.
You gonna be at work at 7:05?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm off tomorrow, so I don't have to mess with you tomorrow. But oh yeah, just to let you know, I did end the broadcast, so we're not recording now, so we're good. We're not recording.
That's
I stopped.
that's real foul. The
No,
other
I
Stephanie
didn't let you do that. I had already ended before you popped on.
no, it say live.
You wanted to be on there.
It say you still live.
You too.
It say live still.
It's their loss.
Live.
Okay.
It's still
Oh my
going.
God. We have been live.
But 46 minutes and 32 seconds, 33 seconds.
The broadcast is ended. We're no longer
Oh.